Well, the way that this thing is working is completely different from a normal tour because, you know, you're not planning long term. So, because we're doing the NEC thing, you know, for television as well, it's going to have to be a lot brighter and a lot more things happening on the stage than would normally, you know, happen. And because it's a large venue as well, we can get away with those things, you know. So for these dates, we've got a production company in Britannia Row, and they're really coordinating everything, you know, the lighting and the staging. Whereas on a tour, normally, like we do all that. We program up the lights and decide on the stage set. So it's different for us this time.
Oh, I understand, yeah. So it's a backdrop, in other words.
It's a solid thing.
Oh, right.
It will be behind you like a backdrop, but it'll be three-dimensional.
We might need to work out some lighting things as well for like costume effects and things when we get them.
Do you want... Just can I go back to this candelabra thing? I mean, do you want it to be absolutely huge compared to what you would normally see?
They asked us what kind of, what kind of feel are you trying to create on the stage? And we just said sort of sci-fi, you know, make it spacey without being too sort of high-tech and everything.
The only other thing we have to check is make sure we have enough room for the backing vocalists and the percussionists, which I figure we have, the size of these platforms.
The percussionists will go on here.
Right.
Backing vocalist on here.
All of the platforms are structural, so you can use any part of it at all to walk on or dance on or whatever. We're going to put an additional set of steps in here. Yeah?
Yeah, so the trumpet player can go down.
The other thing we're going to do...
His main position will be up here.
The other thing we're going to do is probably lose 2 foot on this one. Take it down 2 feet, just make it a little bit lower, because it's a little high at the minute. It obscures too much of this here.
What about the impact projection?
After that, we kind of accepted it, and we decided that we just tour a lot, you know, and promote as much as we could to get our music noticed.
We were very disappointed about it at the time, you know, and Vince was very worried that whether we were going to continue to finance, you know, his recordings and stuff. Because it was sort of like, you know, if you have flop singles, you don't sell any albums. And so we were in the red for about 2 years, I think.
Arrow in my heart, yeah, we were meant to be. I knew it was my name you were calling. Celebration, now you're standing next to me. Stand next to me. Show me love, emotion, I'm falling. Angel made in heaven. All I want is your love. Give me some of that action, the action.
The good thing about us, about the singles flopping, the first few singles flopping, was that I think it really brought us down to earth, you know. It brought me down to earth. And also, it brought myself and Annie together, you know, made us much stronger.
By the time the third single was released, L'Amour, that was like a Euro hit for us. I mean, it'd always been, we'd sort of been a club band anyway, you know, and they picked up on this, on L'Amour. And it was a hit for us in France, and I think we'd sort of, by that time, created a stir. And then straight after that, because of the interest that we got from L'Amour, they started playing Sometimes, and that was our first top 5 single.
Do you see all of your body?
Yeah, I think that can be cut away now, that's not going to be actually there.
It's just
legs and everything.
Because we're thinking about, I mean, like the shoes and legs and everything. And sort of like, if you're not going to be sort of like moving around.
Oh, well, you'll
too
come
much.
out, won't you?
Yeah, well, I will, because I've got, like, your hair as well.
Come out of his shell.
Probably. And up there somewhere as well.
Good.
I don't think we pay any attention to how we appear in the media, or when we're promoting records, or appearing on TVs or anything like that, you know. It just never seems worthwhile, you know. But when you're playing live, I think that it's important that you do make an effort, because you've got to appear larger than life. You know, you've got to be really brash and colourful.
And I thought maybe a satin jacket. And so you'll have a jacket to there, and then it'll look like you've got shorts. And it'll look like you've got a shirt and shorts on. And you take the jacket off, you've got your crutch out and your back will be out.
You know, I hate anybody having any restrictions on me and saying, oh, you can do this and you can't do that, you know, which happens on TV, which I've given up arguing about.
What we should do is go and look for fabrics now and start looking into like how we're going to make boots and and who's going to do it and when and how long it's going to take. Work all that out and then get back to you later in the week. So
really the costume is something to help me. It's just, I find it much easier to invent a character and, you know, I can sort of like, I can talk to the audience and stuff.
I tell you, these are dead easy to make.